Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Chat with Ryan and today we're going to talk about the 2026 movie, The Rip, directed by Joe Carnahan, starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, amongst other actors, of course. The story centers around a narcotic unit in Miami Police Department who is going to a house to do a cash raid or a rip, as they call it, and they found out that there is a lot more cash than what they expect. And let's say that the camaraderie and friendship is just tested by greed. I won't say more than that, but I think during the review we're going to go into spoilers. So if you want to see it, and there is a few good, smart twists in there. So stop the podcast, go watch it, and then come back. I really love this movie. There is something about it.
I think it's just the fact that we've grown up with watching these two actors, like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. They've been around for Good Will Hunting was nearly 30 years ago, and that's just mind blowing to me.
They do have a strong, long-standing friendship, and the way that they talk to each other, you can feel that this friendship transpires. And but it does it better in other movies, because I have to say, as much as I like Will Hunting, Matt Damon is very good in it. Ben Affleck is crap. He's not a good actor.
Because you sent the jokey message last night. Who would have thought that Ben Affleck could act? And I was almost going to go, but he was good in that. Look, he's done some good stuff, like The Town and Argo are arguably some of his better ones.
Yes, I am not going to go too hard on him because I think he redeemed himself. He redeemed himself as a director, especially with The Town, because I think this movie was top notch. And I have to say, if you're giving him, I think, a good director, he can do good stuff. This one, I have to say, he's very good in it. Another one that I was racking my brain, trying to think, okay, he's not always all bad. Where has he been good? And the one that came to mind was Gone Girl. I love this movie, and I think he was very good in it. That was a role for him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. And he's worked with this director previously in Smoke and Aces, I believe it was. So maybe he knew just how to push him, how to give him good notes and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe. And apparently they're all good friends as well. So he could get that out of him as well.
Yeah.
So we'll go into the narrative of the film. So the start of the film, you've got that epic moment where a police captain's been hunted by these two guys. She gets killed. Not before she's obviously sent a text off, and you find out that it's a text to Matt Damon's character, and it's all about, they call it a rip, where they're basically, it's a large amount of money, where so it's in this house in this suburb of Miami, Florida? It was Miami, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Miami.
The Miami-Dade Police Department. And when they're going along their way, because I noticed it on my first viewing, how much is the rip going to be? And so he's telling each of his people a different amount of money. So he tells one person, it's 150K, and another one, it's like 250K.
Yeah.
And when I was watching that, I was like, is he telling them because he's dirty? Because at some stage you think, because is Matt Damon's character dirty, and are they the one that?
Yeah, you know what? I never believed it. I don't know. Maybe there is something about Matt Damon that maybe he's got too much of a likable face that I don't think that he can do somebody villainous. But I think where you're supposed to start to really suspect him is when he's talking to the two girls that are counting the money, and he says something right in front of that girl, not the owner of the house, but Daisy, the one that it's her grandmother's house. he says that right in front of her. Being a cop, it's like, okay, either it's bad writing, which doesn't fit with the movie, or he's saying that on purpose for her to hear because there is an end game in there that we're going to see later.
Yeah. I went back and really rewatched a bit of it today, and it wasn't until like you go with that initial phone call where are you really going to risk all these people's lives for 150K? That's when he that's when it was like, that's when he knows what's going on. And that's when all the pieces kind of fall into place. And Ben Affleck's going, I don't even trust you anymore. And it's like, he's got to kind of, poor Matt Damon's character, he's got to kind of connect all the dots, and he's got to put all the puzzle pieces in place. But he's also got these volatile characters coming at him, and where he's like, got to go, no, just kind of chill, man. I know what I'm doing. And it's just like, and that's when you obviously later on you find out that he has told him, and they are in cahoots. They now know what's going on. It was just the whole back and forth. It was just very not just well written, but it was well played out for the audience, because we're not given all the information but once we've got that information, it's like, oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah, and then he keeps on giving. I love that he keeps on giving, especially also at the end when they are in the how they call that, the Leno, like the truck armor, reinforced truck. And then they are being stopped by the FBI, and it's Ben Affleck's brother that he had a fight with at the beginning, and he called him a big bully. And it's like, it's my brother, the Fed. It's like, I was like, this is so good. I love it.
Right. There's one funny moment that I found, and it was a serious conversation, but there was something funny going on behind. It seems like it's when Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are interrogating Desi, and all the while they're like smashing up the attic, and you just dust is just falling. You just hear boom, dust is falling, and it's just like they're having like this really, really intense conversation. It's just like dust is just falling. I just found it kind of funny.
Yeah, it's good. It was kind of funny. It's I have to say the dialogues are very well written. Because this is a movie. Okay, so it's 2 hours long, a bit more than that. I think 2 hours and 5 minutes. It goes by in a flash because you're so engrossed in it.
Yeah.
But also, it feels very real and very natural. And I think that comes down to, yes, the performances, not only from Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. I think everybody in it is actually doing his part very good. But the dialogues, the way that they are written, feel very natural, like how somebody would actually talk.
I think it was actually written by the real life people who were kind of involved in the real life case. I think they had a hand in it. I think whoever Matt Damon is based on, he actually appeared in the movie as well. He was like a patrolman or something like that. So the people who actually, because it says inspired by a true story. I'm like, how much of a true story?
As usual,
as usual. But no, apparently they were really, so the way kind of cops actually talk to each other is the way it was, we see. One part of the dialogue I don't like, and I always pick on this in my movie reviews, when Americans use the C word, Americans just can't use the C word.
Nah, they can't do it as good as Aussies. It's like, nah.
They try, and it's just like, no, that's not how you use it. I'm sorry, you
can't do it.
I loved the coloring, because it was really focused on unnatural colors, which really, like a lot of greens and a lot of yellows, it really added to that kind of unease of what these characters are going through, because they're in a very volatile situation in this kind of...
It fits because it gives not only it happens at night, so you need to find the colors to symbolize the night, like, without it being super dark, because then you can't see anything, but it does look like it happens at night. in kind of a hot environment, which is like Florida, and it gives that very noir movie feel. I really liked it.
Yeah. I felt there wasn't, when the score was happening, it was a really good score, but a lot of the time it was really focusing on like the real world sounds. So you got your diegetic sounds coming through. I really liked how it did that. Whoever the sound people were, it was very, very well done. I like that.
Yeah, that was. I can't really remember the score, to be honest. And usually it's a good thing. It means that it's well integrated. It's not just crushing or overtaking whatever is happening on the screen. So, no, that's top notch.
What else I was going to say? There's a moment towards the end once everything has been finalized, and Ben and Matt are sitting on the beach. You know, they've rekindled their friendship. They're friends again. And the little girl is on the beach and the mum's calling her. They're like, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got a little bit emotional about that because it's like, it was almost like it was a meant to be kind of moment for them. And they just looked at each other with that, she's still with us kind of moment, which is like, that was nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you can think of that you'd like to add?
Yeah.
I think this was just very well written. It was, I don't know how original it was. I think this kind of situation's probably been done, but it was just the way it was kind of portrayed on screen. I think it was.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it's just the simplest stories. I mean, I don't think the story is necessarily simple. It's well written. But it's just, I don't know. You don't need to necessarily reinvent the wheel as long as you're doing something well. And it's just very, it's just very good. And it taught me something. Actually, I had to Google that dogs can be trained to sniff out cash because of the particular pepper smell and ink compounds. I didn't know that. Now, you know, that's something in there.
I don't think I could really ask for much more. I think it really gave you all you need. Especially Matt's, the tattoos on his hands. Maybe that was revealed too early. Are we the good guys? We are and always will be.
Yeah,
I love that. That was really.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I mean, there is the entire story about his son, and it's inspired by true events. So I assume that this is something that happened in real life.
Yeah,
if it was not based on true events, I would feel like, okay, they threw it in there just to give another reason to be suspicious of the character because, hey, he's broken and whatever. You know, maybe he would think about taking the money, quitting his job, moving to the other side of the world, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was it's a nice background, and it happened in real life. So good that they kept it.
And I like and the fact that that's probably where he was grounded because he's got that. He's had that tragedy happen to him, and it's like, oh, please don't let him be a bad guy. And then you find out, no, he's actually been the good guy all along. And then the bad guy reveal was actually pretty decent. I didn't mind the fact how it was like the two bad guys. It was, maybe we won't reveal who they were on the podcast for people who haven't seen the movie. It's probably the most recent movie that we've reviewed. So
it's the first one, 2026. So yeah, that was good.
All right.
Cool. Do you have anything else to add, or should we go into?
No, I think I've mentioned everything. Yeah. Just the camera work, I suppose. I loved how chaotic it was during some of the chaotic moments, especially when they're chasing after they've been shot at in the garage. They're chasing the people that shot them, and the camera's just jolting all around. It reminded me of a movie called Hard Rain. It's got Christian Slater in it. Whenever like there's gunfights, the cameras are all shaking all around. I just love when the camera does that. I just adds to it.
I think it's good, and there is something about the pacing of the movie as well that some movies, they either go too far into explanation and dialogue or too far into actions and shaky cams, and it becomes either boring or grating. But this movie actually has a very good balance of there is a bit of dialogue and there is a bit of a reveal and the story is moving forward. There is a bit of action that is very engrossing, and then it goes back as to a bit more cerebral, and then it goes to the action. So I think that's why you don't see the 2 hours pass by. It's because it's very well paced as well.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Let us get into our scoring.
Cool. Let me start. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. I really liked it. Really enjoyed it. It's a movie I wouldn't mind watching again because they get everything in it. I don't know if it's a guy movie, maybe. My wife really liked it too. So I don't know, but it feels a bit testosterone fueled. But everything, like the acting, the writing, the directing, the pacing, I think everything is on point and it's a very good time. So 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be agree with you. 4.5 from me as well. Just it had everything you really need. It's a really good, not over the top action. It's most of the time it's a little bit more dialogue driven, or it's a little bit more of it's maybe not too much psychological thriller, but it was basically characters are playing mind games with each other where I know what's going on, but I'm not going to tell you. And then kind of even like the bad guy, he doesn't know what's going on half the time. And then once he's kind of found out, I've actually known for quite some time and I've told everybody else. And
yeah, it's a bit of a cat and mouse kind of game. Yeah.
But it's a very, very strong recommend from me as well.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, thank you for listening, and join us next week for another podcast episode. And don't forget to comment and like and subscribe to the channel. Tell us what you thought of the movie. If you liked it, if you agree with our take, or if you disagree, we're very happy to hear it. And we'll see you next week.